It's 7 a.m. Good morning. It's time for day 19 of our 30-day yoga challenge. We're going to spend some time on the floor today, so make sure you have a strap or a tie, a belt, something that you can use to manipulate your legs and your feet with, and a block or a pillow or a bolster, or you can take a blanket and roll it up. It's all good. Let's get started. All right, hands overhead, reaching tall. Oh, stretching the spine all the way up, reaching for the sky, up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes, and twist it to the right. Tiny little twist pulses through the center and over to the left. Tiny little twist pulses. And back to center, up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes, and forward fold, halfway down, flat back, gazing forward. Ooh, hands on the thighs for support. Start waking up that lower back and hamstrings. Let's take that right leg straight. Stretch it through, reaching to the left. Ooh, yeah. Center in, left leg goes reaching right. And release, coming all the way back up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes. Settle in, hands on hips, find your weight in the right foot, and lift that left leg, keeping the hips even, nice and steady. Keep that knee parallel to the ground, nice and steady. Engage the core to enact keeping nice and still today. Good, good, good. Relax, even it out, even it out. Left foot, find that weight, find your balance, and lift that right knee, flexing the foot. Solid, solid today. Woo! Feeling good. Keep those hips even. Two more breaths. And release. Woo! Let's take a step out to the right and a step out to the left and lower all the way down. Deep squat, elbows to the insides of the knees. Pressing the hands together, opening up those inner thighs, and releasing the hands to the floor. Put a little bit of weight in your hands, preparing for crow pose. To get a little movement in there, side to side. Little bit by little bit every day, putting more and more weight in the hands, strengthening those shoulders, and releasing back. Walk those hands out, walk those feet back. Down dog, hips up to the sky, shoulders and chest reaching for the floor. Woo! Pedal it out, pedal it out. Left leg straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Right foot straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Hips high to the sky. Shoulders and chest reaching for the floor. Left knee in and out. In and out. In and out. 2 more times. In and out. In and out. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Right knee in and out. In and out. In and out. 2 more times. In and out, in and out. And let out. Woo! And drop those knees. Cat cow. Woo! 3 or 4 times in your own time. Really work it in. Nice arching, and then the reverse. And we're gonna go ahead and sit down on our heels, stretching the tops of the feet. Ooh, get a little movement in there too. Put as much weight on your heels as you can. We're stretching, flexing those feet. We don't spend enough time on our feet and giving our feet what they need, what they need circulation wise. So it's nice to spend a little minute here and there and get some circulation and some blood flow back in some parts of our toes and our feet that have been ignored a little bit. We're gonna reverse that. And up on those toes, bend those toes backwards. And sitting back on the heels. This can get kind of intense, so only put as much weight on your heels as you can stand, maybe just a little bit at a time, a couple of seconds. Feel that intense sensation in the toes. And release. Woo. And let's paddle those feet for just a second. Even that all out. And we're gonna make our way down to the floor, onto our backs. Woo. A nice inner thigh session here. Okay, find your balance. Side to side, equalize the back. Make sure your whole back is in contact with the floor, the mat, wherever you're at. Nice and even, no gaps, no arching, just nice and flat, connecting all the way to the floor. You might have to tilt your lower pelvis, your hips, tilt them so that your lower back is in contact with the floor. We're gonna grab our strap and lasso our left leg and bring our leg straight to wherever your straight is. So we want to make sure that our leg is straight, so we're engaging all of those good muscles in the back here today. Sometimes we do this bent, and that's okay too. Today we're going to do straight. So if your straight is down here, that's fine. If your straight is up here, that's fine too. Just make sure all of those qualities are engaged. The back is straight, flat, core is engaged, holding your core down onto the ground. And assisting with that stretch in the hamstrings with the strap. As I've said many times, you don't need fancy stuff for yoga. This is actually a waist belt from a swim buoy. So it's not a fancy yoga strap. Just something I had laying around. And we're going to do a few little pulses. Up, 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 up. Pull it up. Baby cat. And drop that leg to the side. The trick here is to keep that opposite hip locked onto the floor. Engage the core to keep the hips straight and locked down. Sneaky core work. Now we can pulse up this way. Feel the nice stretch in the inner thigh. If you want to make it harder, you can straighten that other leg. The bent leg gives us a little bit of fulcrum here, a little bit of an anchor point. A few more breaths here. Remember to relax your kneecap. I tend to hold tension in my kneecap during this one. And bend the knee to release and bring the leg back up. Ooh, this time we're going to bend that knee and pull it all the way into the chest. Oh. Still make sure your back is completely engaged with the floor. That's good. From here, we're going to take a gentle twist. So just bring that leg over to the side, and you're going to roll onto that right hip. You can outstretch your left hand. And bring that leg back over and pull that knee right back into the chest. Ooh, even all the way down into the armpit area. Oh, that feels good. Maintaining the bend. Take the knee out a little bit to the side, keeping that right hip locked onto the floor. This is half happy baby pose. And release. Ooh, stretch that leg out straight. Stretch that hip from the top side. Little pulses. Your own time. And release. Ooh, even it out, side to side. Ooh, little back massage. And let's lasso that right foot straight. Keep that leg straight. Find your weight point in your left heel. Hang out here. Begin to engage. Feel that hamstring on the right side. Again, make sure your hips are anchored down, your sit bones. The back of your hips are locked down onto the floor. So engage that core. And little pulses up. And drop that leg to the right. And anchoring down that left hip, engage the core. Relax the kneecap. And little pulses up. And bend that knee, bring it into the chest. Oh, all the way in, all the way in. Oh, that feels good. And one more time, straight up, little pulses up. And bend that knee, bring that knee down to the side. Whoa. So that hip wants to come up. Keep that hip down. And half happy baby. Pull that knee all the way down. You don't want that one. Keep it down. Anchoring through the heel and the other foot, the other leg. And release. And cross it over for a nice twist. Rolling over on that left hip. Woo. Now stretching that right hand. That nice stretch in the hip flexor, glute area. Really nice deep stretch. Breathing deep into the belly. And release back to center, pulling that knee down. Oh. And release. Leg goes straight and long. Pulse it out. Ooh. Stretch the front part of the front side of the quad. And release. Drop the knees to the right. Drop the knees to the left. And let's grab our block or pillow or rolled up blanket, whatever you've got. Pop those hips up for a supported bridge. So whatever your height is, roll those shoulders. Relax. Whew. And let that lower back release onto the block. You can straighten your leg here. Straighten your legs. That gives a little bit different stretch to the front of the hips. A few more breaths here. Now bend those knees again. Ooh, and lift that left leg, pulse it up. 5 or 6 of them in your own time. And the other side, stretch it up, pulse. Ooh. And lift those hips higher. Take it to the next level up if you can. Roll those shoulders under a little bit more. Grab those heels. Just a few breaths here. And release. Remove the block and let your back come down one vertebrae at a time. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Engaging with the floor, rolling down, lengthen those legs, arms to the side. Just close your eyes for a minute. Let all the tension roll out of your body. Deep breaths into the stomach. Close your eyes. Set your intentions for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. And you head to the weekend. For your goals this weekend. Set your intentions, set your attitudes. And open your eyes. A little bit of movement back in your hands and the fingers. And guarding your back, come on up to a seated position. Ooh. Easy seat, hands on knees. Whew. Shoulder roll up and back. Back. Whew. Here we go. Thank you for joining me for day 19 of our 30-day yoga challenge. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow morning.